Good afternoon. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
All right. How to sell to millions of SMB? Well, certainly, a two-tier partner like Ingram Micro can help you do that. At Ingram, we have 200,000 resellers, and together they probably sell to millions and millions of SMB. So that two-tier channel can help you get leverage and exposure for your business and for your solutions. The challenge is, how do you do this at scale? Because there are millions and millions of customers, and SMB can have small transaction. I'll spend the next 20 or 30 minutes talking about how a two-tier partner like Ingram Micro can help you achieve this goal. Now, I want to go back to about 6 years ago when I joined Ingram Micro. Everybody was talking about how cloud was going to disintermediate the channel. Well, interestingly enough, we're now 6 years later, and IDC reports that today 55% of the cloud revenue goes through a channel partner. And they predict that that number will get to 75% within the next 3 years. The channel is obviously doing something right. Channel partners are trusted advisors of the small business. And as Carol mentioned in her speech, the small business doesn't think about technology until it burns down. So the channel partner is the trusted advisor that helps them select the right cloud solution to solve their business problem. The channel partner is the one that helps them customize that solution so that it meets their specific needs. And a channel partner is the one that helps them integrate this cloud solution with the rest of the technology that an SMB is using. And as such, they're helping the SMB leverage the investments they've made in technology. So channel partners are playing a key role today in cloud technology and will continue to do so in years to come. At Ingram's, we enable those partners. We enable them in a number of ways. We have business transformation program that helps them develop and build their cloud practice so that they can offer cloud solutions to their customer. We also help them by being an aggregator. We basically assemble a portfolio of cloud solutions from all of the leading cloud service providers and ISVs so that they can come to one spot to find the cloud solutions that will help them solve business problems for their customer. And we also provide them with flexible cloud platform. And this is where the scalability comes into play. And I want to spend a little bit more time on these cloud platforms, because I think it's very relevant to ISVs and cloud service providers such as yourself. So the cloud platform is basically an e-commerce site where a channel partner can come. They can browse a series of cloud services and solutions. They can get a lot of information about them. They can place order. They can provision that cloud solution on behalf of their SMB customer. And they can manage the subscription on an ongoing basis and invoice their customers through this platform. Now, the challenge is that there are many different channel partners, and each of them have their unique strategy, their unique cloud business model. And that's why we've developed a series of platform, because we don't believe that one size fits all. Now, we were able to do this through acquisition. We acquired a software provider of cloud platform by the name of Odin. You may know them under the name of Parallel originally, as well as another platform software developer by the name of Ensign. So this allows us to take to market 6 different platforms, all based on the same source code, but that have unique quality to meet the needs of specific channel partners. 3 of those, the ones in the blue here, are actually platforms that Ingram hosts and manage on behalf of this channel partner. The other 3 are software that a partner can license and manage and host themselves. So let me walk you through the types of partners and the solutions that this provides. So I'm going to start with the cloud marketplace, because this is really the cornerstone This is the platform where we have 40,000 partners from around the world that are already active on it. So it's an e-commerce site. You can look at it on ingrammicrocloud.com. It's an e-commerce site where they can come, order, provision, manage, and invoice their customer for the cloud solution. This platform is basically connected to all of our ISVs and cloud service providers through API technology, which means that a reseller can go on our portal and in real time place an order and provision your solutions without having to learn your own portal and finding it in a network, in a sea of providers. Today, that cloud marketplace is available in 36 countries around the world, 8 languages and 13 different currency, and will probably be close to 50 countries by the end of this year. That's leverage, that's scale. Variety or variations of these platforms are the cloud store. This is really for a channel partner that much more evolved, and they actually want to push their own storefront to their end customer and offer them self-service. So that's basically leveraging our cloud marketplace, fully branded, so the channel partner can push it out as an extension of their website and offer that self-service experience. And you also have the Referral Marketplace, which is for the other end of the spectrum, partners that don't want to invest in building their cloud practice, but they have an amazing customer base and they want to monetize any opportunity they see coming their way. So for those partners, when they have a cloud opportunity, they bring it to Ingram. We contract directly with the end customer. We provide the support to the end customer. And in exchange, we provide a referral fee for the channel partner, either an upfront lump sum or a monthly recurring fee, which allows the partner to monetize that opportunity. At the end of the spectrum, we have the platforms that are hosted by the platform operator. They're basically licensed. So the first one is Odin Essential. That's for a partner that's a little bit more mature. They want to have that storefront capability. They want to host it themselves because they want to establish some tier 1 relationship directly with the ISV or the service providers. It's basically a platform in a box, installs on a server, auto-configure, auto-installs in a matter of a couple of hours. It's a standard solution, so the customizations are very limited. So as you move up scale to larger operators, especially around telcos, for example, they want to run the platform themselves. They want to customize the platform, and they want to integrate it with all of their back office systems. So for them, we offer Odin Premium, which is a much more scalable solution. And then finally, the last one, NSIM. That's one that's very specialized for MSPs or for large enterprise, that basically, where the CIO basically wants to put in a platform to leverage all this rogue technology that's happening out in the different business units where a business leader is contracting some cloud solution. So it allows him to pre-authorize a number of cloud services on this platform, making it available to all the business leaders within this large enterprise. So 6 different platforms which really meet the needs of different channel partners. Now, here's why this is important for you. All of this is on the same code base. So that means that if you partner with a 2-tier distributor such as Ingram, you develop one API, you connect into the platform, and that gives you access to the different provider, especially with Federation, which is currently in beta, and we're going to launch. You're getting a bit of a preview. We're going to launch it in general availability at our Cloud Summit, our annual event, which is April 19th to the 21st in Phoenix. And what Federation does is it connects our catalog of commercial relationship with ISVs and cloud service providers to all of the platform operator, not just the platforms that we host, the one in blue, but the ones that are out there at companies such as Telefonica and America Mobile and Sprint and KPN, etc. So if you are a cloud service provider, if you're an ISV and you invest in developing the technology with our platform, then your solution can be exposed to a broad set of partners, and they can basically sell these solutions or bundle these solutions to their customer base. Now, if you take a step back, we've assembled this catalog, and Carol talked about the importance of vertical solution. We basically, within the platform, create bundles, vertical bundles, horizontal bundles, to make it even easier for a channel partner to implement these solutions for their customer base. So that means your solution, if it's specialized, if it's HIPAA compliant, can be part of a bundle that is specifically focused to healthcare end customers. And we have channel partners that very much focus on these verticals. So this really, along the same line as Carol was talking about, can help you reach not only the broad SMB, but the SMB and talk to them in their industry specialization. Another benefit of working through a two-tier partner such as Ingram is the tech support. So we offer 7x24 tech support to all the resellers that basically order cloud solutions from our marketplace. So that means scales for all of you, because dealing with SMB, again, is great because of the leverage you get, but it's a lot of small business. When they have a problem today, they call you. When you're working through a two-tier partner, they call us. We solve the problem for them. You're acting as a level 2 or a level 3 behind them, which really reduces your cost of support. Now, developing an API can be costly. Sometimes it can be hundreds of man days and hundreds of thousands of dollars. And that can be challenging if you're a smaller vendor and a smaller SMB. But what we're going to be launching at Cloud Summit is APS Connect, which is a self-onboarding portal for our ISV partners and our cloud service provider. It provides a portal where, with limited information that you provide, it'll generate a standard API that connects into our marketplace. It's standard, it's not customized, but it allows you to dip your toe in the water and get going with a very simple business model. If you see traction on the marketplace, then you can invest in developing a much more sophisticated API that will allow you to do things like tiered pricings or volume discounts, etc. So this is a new solution that we're launching at Cloud Summit in April, which will really allow you to get going, dip your toe in the water, and see what kind of traction you can get with minimal investment with a two-tier partner. The beauty of working with a two-tier partner is really the different types of partner that you can access. If you think of distribution, the old box pusher, traditionally we work with reseller. But today our value proposition in the cloud has allowed us to open up a lot of new challenge. Today, we sell cloud solutions through MSP. We sell them through system integrator. We sell them through hoster. And we also sell them through telco. About a third of the largest telcos around the world run on an Odin platform. They run their cloud marketplace on an Odin platform. So as you partner with a two-tier partner, really look at picking one that can help you reach all the different channels. Look at one that can also provide a full value proposition. For me, a full value proposition is what we've designed at Ingram. It's a solution that allows a partner to resell to their end customer. It's a solution that allows the partner also to contract directly with you if that's their strategy. And it's a partner that leverages multiple solutions. One last thing is what Carol mentioned is, start focusing on your existing customer. The beauty of being part of a large ecosystem for companies such as yourself is that that's exactly what channel partners do. they have an end customer, they sell a solution, and then they cross-sell others because they have that privileged relationship as the trusted advisor. So being part of a large ecosystem, such as the one Ingram Micro has built, can really allow you to not only access multiple channel partners, selling to millions of SMB, but doing this in a scalable fashion through the automation that we've put in place for our partners. Thank you, and with that, we'll take some questions.
Well done, thank you. So any questions? I'll pass the microphone around. Any questions? And I know you're very shy a lot, so whilst you think about your questions, I have one question that is forever the big challenge, and that is, look, most of the member companies here, small and large companies, they tend to sell first direct on their web properties, so self-serve. Then they typically go into a more classic outbound, phone-based, and face-to-face account manager direct sales motion. So with that context, for the member companies here, if they move into two-tier channel, how do they avoid channel conflict? What have you seen as best practices from other vendors that you work with?
Yeah, I've seen best practice and horror stories as well with that. And you know, it's interesting because the market is changing. You know, certainly companies like Microsoft, Dropbox are very deliberate in establishing both a direct and indirect strategy working through the channel. But we're starting to see companies like Amazon, the born in the cloud companies like Amazon or Salesforce or a number of others also now start to put a channel strategy in place. Google is another example of that. I think what's key in order to avoid channel conflict is a couple of things. First, compensation. You have to make sure, if you want to have a dual direct and indirect strategy, that you compensate your direct sales people for sales through the channel. They have to be able to make as much money selling through a channel partner as they do if they sell direct. That's going to kill the conflict altogether. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind. You want to make sure you pay them on the top line revenue, not just on what you're earning from the channel partner, because that's what they get when they sell directly to an end customer. And if you're paying them on margin, you've got to be careful as well, because they could perceive that a deal going through the channel has less margin. So you've got to make sure you balance these two things out. If you're actually looking at it and thinking, well, if I do that, you know, I'm actually going to miss out on a huge margin if deals are encouraged through the channel. Yes, but that's a very short-term view. When you enable a channel partner, they start selling for you. And if you're looking just at the margin and profitability you're going to do on this one deal, you're missing out on that lever effect that the partner can get you. Because once they've built a business solution leveraging the technology you've enabled them with, they're going to repeat. They're going to do this rinse and repeat, which we all want to do, right? We want them. So what you're missing out on this single transaction, you're going to save tenfold on, you know, hiring all the salespeople that can do that. So that, for me, is the key one. The second one is ethics. You've got to make sure that your business is got a strong ethic base, because the channel, you know, hundreds of thousands of partners, it's a very small world. The word gets around really quick if you start taking a channel partner's business direct. And there's small deals, and again, you know, it's a short-term game. So making sure that everyone within your business, within your company has ethic is quite important as well.
Yeah, just a quick question. Can you talk a little bit more about the education opportunity for the channel? So like Jazz we're in HR, right? So there's a great opportunity to extend, you know, their relevance into a whole nother domain if we could educate the channel. What are the opportunities to do that with Ingram?
Yeah, so again, two-tier partners can be a great enabler for that. You know, one of the things that has helped us build a very loyal base of channel partner is the Enablement Program. So we thrive on educating our partners. So and partners are looking for opportunities, quite honestly. By educating them, you do a couple of things. So you get their loyalty. and you get them committed to building solutions around it. So, partner with a two-tier channel partner, a two-tier distributor, and they'll take you and expose you to a lot of channel partners. You had a question?
What is the selection and segmentation process for the software partners that you bring into the funnel of a marketplace, the store, and so on? And is there a feedback loop afterwards?
Yeah. So the question was, what's the process and segmentation for new software vendors? So when we started out, quite honestly, our first marketplace went live 4 years ago. We were really partnering with the big vendor partner because the technology was heavy to develop on the API front, and we wanted to get a high return on investment for the development of the API. But our strategy was always that we would have some global vendor partner as well as some local heroes that are great solutions that are national. That really resonate in this market, and that local side is becoming more and more important. So that's why we developed APS Connect, which really allows us to accelerate the onboarding of vendor partner. Just to give you an idea, today on our marketplace we have 40 different vendor partners that are API enabled, and by end of March we'll have 80. So it's starting to grow very, very fast, and we've got a couple people from Ingram here that can walk you through the detailed process if you're interested. We started also on the infrastructure side, so more of the backup and recovery type of solutions, because those were the fastest growing one. But what we're seeing now is the growth is on the SaaS solution. In fact, the partnership with Dropbox has been great. Dropbox is now the solution on the marketplace that is accelerating at a significant speed. Most of the resellers, actually more than 25% of the resellers that do a first transaction on our marketplace do it with Dropbox. So just to give you an idea of how SaaS solutions are now starting to take over from these initial, more infrastructure related or security related solutions.
Are there segments or verticals or categories that resonate the most with your partners? Partners, the resellers, or the network?
Yeah, so initially it was more around the communication and collaboration, around the security and the infrastructure, as well as some cloud management solution. But now we're starting to see more business application come into play, especially as we're developing the vertical.
What type of engagement do you typically see from companies that, particularly on the service side of the slide that you had? Is it just help get it up and running and then set it and let it run, or is it really high engagements needed to continue to foster it along the channel?
We have some of both, but the most successful ones are the ones that are evolving their company into an MSP. By virtue of the nature of a cloud solution, which is recurring, and by virtue of providing the support, we kind of nurtured that solution all along. And just to give you some stats to show a little bit, how these companies are more successful. If you look at, we bought a hoster for their skill set, engineering, service delivery, etc. We bought them 4 years ago. At the time, it was a business that was selling direct to market, just traditional hoster, 100% e-commerce, no salespeople. The annual attrition level that they were seeing, which was common in small hosters, was anywhere from 20 to 40% annual attrition. It's huge, right? And that's common in a hoster. Whereas in the channel, the attrition level we're seeing has been very steady, between 4 and 4.5% annually. And the difference is the channel partner that kind of keeps the lifeline going with that end customer, continues to make sure the solution's meeting their need, evolving it as it goes, picking it correctly from day one. So that's that last mile is really bringing the glue for cloud solution.